All right, all right. So welcome everyone. It's around 3:45. Um, and so in this live stream, we're going to continue our discussion of the live streaming business model, but I've decided to add a Zoom component. And I think that this is an important component, especially if you're selling professional services, right? You're not selling a product. So let's call it the live stream plus Zoom business model. And I think that this business model is accessible to everyone because what I originally created was a live stream passive income. So just to recap, the live stream passive income basically uh, required a laptop, and then you connect it to your YouTube, and then you do live streaming on YouTube. And so you're live streaming educational content, and you're inviting your LinkedIn connections, your Facebook friends, your neighbor, anyone to view your live streams on YouTube. And once in a while, maybe once or twice every hour, you're making a sales pitch, and this is where you're selling a digital product through Gumroad. Could be a video course, a membership site, an ebook, etc. And you make money. And the money is going to split between product creators and collaborators and the affiliates who are promoting your sales page. So this is a very automatic, passive income generator, and that's good, right? If you have a product, it's super awesome. You're going to be able to make money from your digital product. Okay, so that's one business model. It's for product creators. But in today's live stream, I want to explore another option because it's possible that you don't have a product yet. You have a service. So this model is really for services providers. So I'm just going to replace that and put any kind of service that you offer. It can be, you can offer graphic design, you can offer coaching, consulting, you can offer education, training, tutoring, etc. So this is a more accessible model because, chances are you're probably currently offering a service. So if you're a freelancer, an independent consultant, etc., then this live stream is for you. Okay, but it follows the same structure in the sense that you have your laptop, you connect to YouTube, and you're going to be live streaming a lot of your content. And you could be teaching people about graphic design. You tell them what it is and why it's important to have a strong brand identity, a solid, robust, memorable logo. You could be teaching people about what coaching. A lot of people don't know what coaching is, right? So you tell them about it. You talk about your case studies, your past consulting clients. You talk about the importance of education, a particular topic. For example, I, teach people calligraphy. So I will tell parents, teachers, young people why learning calligraphy, learning to master your handwriting is so critical to success. You can, offer free content on training and tutoring. And so when people get all of this free content and they see your face and they hear your voice, then they're going to trust you more, right? And this is going on 24/7. And when they trust you more, then they may call on you, they might hire you, they might book a Zoom webinar with you, and that's when you make money. But of course, here, when you make money, you're not distributing the money to your product creators because there's no products. So, the service provider makes money. So we're going to call them freelancer. The freelancer makes money. And I think that's it. Nobody else makes money except the freelancer, or maybe the affiliate makes money because not the affiliate, but the streamer. So this is the person who is live streaming your content. So if you're a professional here, I'm going to call it professional. If you're the professional, you don't have to do all of this setup. You can hire a young person who's going to live stream your content. And so when you make money, the streamer is going to make money. Okay, so the streamer is just someone who has a laptop, who has a YouTube, and who is live streaming your content. So all you have to do is give your video content to the streamer, and he or she will live stream your content. And this is like a funnel, right? This is the top of the funnel. And when people go to your live stream, they learn about you, your services, and when they hire you, that's when you make money. So this is a fairly simple model that anyone on LinkedIn or anyone who's a freelancer or who offers a professional service, they can easily use this model. But I think that so far most people do not see the potential of YouTube, right? Everyone has a laptop. Everyone has electricity, I hope. But people don't see the potential of YouTube. And YouTube is really, I really want to stress it down. I've been saying this so many times, but I need to stress the idea that YouTube is like a $20 million TV station. You have to look at YouTube as a $20 million TV station. It costs $20 million to set up a TV station because of the building, the infrastructure, the human resources, the cables, etc. And through YouTube, you're getting a $20 million gift. And so, why not use it, right? It's free. It's free from Google, from God, whoever, but it's free. So why not use that $20 million? I find it a little bit funny and sometimes sad that there are so many people who are struggling financially. They're trying to make ends meet, and it's a little bit pathetic. I don't mean that in any offensive way, but it's pathetic. It's disturbing that people are struggling financially, even though they have at home a computer and everyone has a YouTube channel. They have a laptop, they have YouTube, but they're not live streaming, and so they're not making money. If you learn to live stream, you can make money as a professional or as a streamer. You just have to share your content. This is so important. I've been doing this for the last 20 years and it's always been successful. The key is to share your knowledge content. Do not hoard your knowledge. Okay? This is so important. The more knowledge you share, the more money you make. It's really, really that simple. That equation should be written somewhere on your fridge, on your forehead, on your underwear. I'm just kidding. But the more knowledge you share, the more money you make. That's it. That's it. If I die tomorrow, just remember that. The more knowledge you share, the more money you make. And today with live streaming, you can package your knowledge in the form of engaging, entertaining YouTube videos and YouTube live streams. And that's how you attract people. Like this thing, where you're live streaming your content, it's called content marketing. You don't need to buy Facebook ads or any kind of online ads. You could in the future when you have money. But when you're starting out, just use this YouTube tool, $20 million. Normally it would cost you that. Use that tool to live stream your content and you will make money. Like I made so much money in the last 20 years, but without live streaming. I would have become a billionaire by now if I had started live streaming 20 years ago. But hey, it's never too late, right? It's never too late. So connect your YouTube to your OBS studio and start live streaming so that you can make money as a streamer or you can make money as a professional. It's so easy to promote your services. Now, if you're currently, hold on, let me just grab my coffee. If you're currently offering these professional services and there are tons of them and you're not live streaming, dude, what is wrong with you? I'm just kidding. If you're offering these services, you should be on YouTube live streaming 24 hours a day. What are you doing? Like, do you feel that graphic design is important? Well, I want to see your live stream. I want to see your YouTube channel. Do you feel that your coaching is important? Obviously, it's important. That's why you wouldn't do it, right? So I want to see your live stream. I want to see you on, no, not on TikTok and Instagram. Those are not very serious video platforms. TikTok is entertaining, but it's not a serious streaming platform. Use YouTube. It's been around for a while. It has so many capabilities that TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp do not have. Focus on one. Focus, focus, focus. Now, of course, in your case, if for some reason you really prefer Instagram or TikTok, just go with that. I think that TikTok and Instagram allows you to live stream. I didn't check yet. I know that TikTok you can live stream, but I'm using YouTube. But in your case, it could be anything. It could be Instagram. It could be, it doesn't matter, right? But start live streaming. If you're not live streaming your content like what I'm doing right now, okay, it means that you don't believe in your graphic design, so let it go. Do something else. If you don't believe in your coaching enough to live stream and talk about it all the time to all people, you're not serious about coaching, your consulting, your education, whatever it is that you're teaching. If you're not live streaming it for free to people, you're not serious. Training, tutoring, like even if you're producing a documentary, okay, like I'm about to produce a documentary myself on calligraphy, on my life, on my family, on entrepreneurship. If I have a documentary and I don't live stream it 24/7, meaning 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on 7 continents, I do not believe in what I'm promoting in my documentary. Because if it is so important that 8 billion people should hear about my documentary on calligraphy, on my family's starting over in Canada in the last 50 years, and so on and so forth, or entrepreneurship. If I don't believe in my documentary, if I don't believe in my, let's say, my business courses, if I don't believe in my spiritual, if I don't believe in the services that I'm providing, then that's a clear sign that maybe that service should be done by somebody else. Now, in the past, before the emergence of YouTube, you could be excused, right, for not live streaming, because before 2011, live streaming didn't exist. But now it's very hard to have that excuse, right? Because nowadays, anyone, like including a teenager, like no offense to teenagers, but anyone, including a teenager, can live stream on YouTube because it's free. So why aren't you doing it? That's the question I want to gently ask you. That's the challenge I want to gently pose to you. Why aren't you talking about your services on a live stream? You don't believe in it? Or maybe you believe in it, but you're too shy. Oh, Peter, I don't like my face. I don't like my voice. I'm kind of a shy person. I'm a kind of introverted person. I don't want to be seen in public. I don't want to expose myself. Guys, that's an excuse from your ego. If you believe in your services and you want to make money from your services, and you definitely deserve to make money, because, to be able to offer a service, it takes a long time. We're not talking about like fast food servicing here. You're not a teenager who's working at McDonald's. You're a professional services provider. Let me just put it here to compliment you a little bit. It took you a long time to become a professional. So now that you're a professional, why don't you live stream 24/7 on the internet to promote your services? Oh no, Peter, you don't understand, man. Like, promotion. I'm not a kind of promotion kind of person. I don't want to push people. I don't want. Wait, are you saying you don't want to make money? You can make money, and you don't have to push people. You can make money by just live streaming what it is that you're doing. People need to know what you're doing. Are you teaching people how to play the guitar? I want to see your live stream on YouTube. Are you teaching people or kids piano? I want to see you on YouTube. Why are you invisible? Are you teaching calligraphy? That's my case. It's a case for many calligraphy teachers. I want to see you live streaming on YouTube. I want to see your calligraphy in action on YouTube. In fact, that's what I'm going to do, because I created the website Calligraphy for Everyone. And originally, it was supposed to be, just a website where I upload videos. But the more that I think about it, Peter, you idiot, why? I don't normally talk to myself like that, by the way. Why do you have a website Calligraphy for Everyone when you can be live streaming your masterful calligraphy on YouTube, 24 hours a day? It's just going to be a few videos that are looping. Why aren't you live streaming your calligraphy skills and talent on YouTube? And it would be at this address. So I still gonna have my calligraphy website, but what is that? Oh, sorry, it's my phone. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. I have Calligraphy for Everyone. That's the website, but the sub website it's a different website called the Stream Calligraphy for Everyone. It's going to automatically bring people to my live YouTube channel, and your live YouTube channel is going to look like this. Like this is my, it's going to have the live at the end here. So when you point people to your YouTube channel and you point them to the live handle, automatically whatever you're live streaming on YouTube is going to show up at this address. So anyways, that's my point, guys. You know, I want to help you to wake up, because there are so many people who are struggling financially, but they don't realize that you have a laptop, you can make money. You have a laptop, you can make money. It's really that simple. Let me just draw that arrow for you, because people just don't understand. You can understand what I'm saying right now, right here, or you can wait 2 years, but it means in the next 2 years, you're not going to make money from YouTube and for your laptop. And so the arrow is very simple. You have a laptop, you can make money, dude. It's really that simple. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know, but you got to be willing. You got to open your mind. You got a laptop, you can make money. You have a laptop, you can make money. I know it's annoying, but you know, people just don't get it. You have a laptop, connect to YouTube, live stream, and then offer your professional service, and you make money. There are so many professional services out there, you know, freelancers. I don't know why they go on Fiverr. You go on Fiverr, why? Why do you need Fiverr? Why do you have to pay, what is it? You're paying 20%, I think, to Fiverr, and you're getting people who just want a bargain. Why don't you live stream and you can charge higher prices? Because when you're live streaming, it's only you. There's no other freelancers. On Fiverr, there are millions of them. But when you live stream, you explain to people why you are unique as a graphic designer. What makes your coaching services so different? Why you are different, or you offer better value as a consultant? Why your educational material is better? Why your training is more practical, more impactful? Why your documentary is more eye-opening, more engaging? Why your courses are better? So that's your chief task when you do live streaming. You talk about your professional services, and you talk about how you are professional. You show, you demonstrate, you illustrate how you are professional. And when people see and they hear what you have to say, then they believe you and they buy from you. What is the saying? The saying is, what the eyes see and what the ears hear, the mind believes, right? So this is where you allow people to have their eyes see you, to have their ears listen to you, and then their mind will believe you. And that's when, you know, they buy your professional services. So let's talk a little bit, assuming that you're sufficiently convinced and motivated. Let's talk about the nitty-gritty detail. How can you do that? Like, how can you actually implement what I'm talking about? Okay, so let's forget about YouTube. We know that that's what you got to do. And you're convinced now that YouTube is your $20 million gift, guys, for free. It's a gift. Forget about your laptop. You have that. Forget about electricity, of course. And let's take a look at the nitty-gritty detail of how you can use this business model to make money for yourself and take care of your family. Because don't forget, guys, you know, whatever professional services you provide today in a job, AI is gonna take away that job, or most likely someone using AI. Okay, so there's 1 billion, or about 1 billion people on LinkedIn, because that's where most knowledge workers they are. Like janitors and massage therapists and hairstylists, they're not on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is typically for knowledge workers. So about 1 billion people on LinkedIn are about to lose their job. Okay, so a job, I know this is gonna be shocking. I think my 21,000 LinkedIn connections, they're gonna disconnect from me because I stress them too much. But that's not my intention. My intention is, because I've been studying AI since 2017. So for the last 9 years, I am very knowledgeable about AI. It's obvious to me. It's obvious to Elon Musk. It's obvious to Sam Altman. and Dario Amadeo, the CEO and founder of Anthropic, it's obvious to Demis Hassabis, it's obvious to everyone who knows anything about AI that a job is just a ticking time bomb. They don't tell you because they don't want the public a backlash against their AI companies, but it's obvious to everyone. Okay, a job is a ticking time bomb. It's going to explode this year, or at the latest next year in 2017. So by 2027, by the beginning of 2027, you ain't gonna have a job anymore. But it doesn't mean that you have to stop providing your service, whether you're a graphic designer, like even I have a friend, interior designer. I had another friend, Nick, architect. I have so many friends. They're very talented in all these areas. I want to mention them because then I can invite them and tell them, hey, I talked about you behind your back. So courses, and it doesn't matter what courses you provide. Like I know a lot of teachers at Taft College. Just going to promote Taft a little bit here. Excellent college. The staff is very professional. The teachers, the coordinator, everything is very professional. I used to teach at Taft for 5 years. I had a great time. So no matter what courses you're teaching, whether it's, I don't know, like nutrition courses, whether it's business, marketing, sales, you know, it doesn't matter what courses you're teaching. You can offer those courses as a Zoom session, or as a video course. So first of all, you offer those courses as a Zoom webinar, and you use the recording, and it becomes video clips that you can offer through a membership site. Okay, and after you have more time to think about it, you can develop into a video course, and then you can generate passive income. But do you see that? Let me just create a copy here so that we can see clearly. But do you see that it starts with some kind of webinar where you show up in person, and then you create clips, and then you create a course. And so it starts with active income. Active meaning that you actually have to work, although you work from home, right? So it's not too bad. So active income, you work from home, you teach people, you get feedback, and then Zoom automatically records all of your sessions, so you can create video clips. You put them in a membership site. You charge $10 an hour. It's not $10, $10 a month, and that's a lot of money because you're gonna have hundreds of subscribers, and then it can become $100 video course, and then that's why you generate passive income. And so that's the sequence. But I want to talk about exactly, assuming that you're a professional service provider, you know what you're doing. Okay, so we're going to take that for granted. But how do you create educational content that will actually attract the attention and sustain the attention of these people? So the question here is about content strategy. Like what content can you create, video content, that will draw these people to your live stream? For that, I need a sip of coffee. I don't know what it is about coffee. It has a direct impact on my neurons. Makes me much more creative. Okay, so what is your content strategy? Well, it depends. It depends on what services you're providing, right? But you have to know, like, let me just put it here. When it comes to your content strategy, and it's very, very, very important to understand that what is content? What is the purpose of content? Because once you have a client who's interested in your graphic design, your interior design, your architecture, your coaching, it's a done deal, right? You just have to explain what you're doing and the results you've produced for your client. So this part is relatively easy if you're a professional. But this part is where a lot of people are tripping up. It's where a lot of people, like, they don't know exactly what to do. So I'm gonna help you, because I used to be a journalist. I'm a content marketer. I've created so many blogs and so many Facebook groups. I know it like the back of my hand, but you have to understand like what kind of content, video content can you create? Okay. So first of all, you have to determine the who, and the who comes from your professional services, right? So if you're a graphic designer, maybe you want to target entrepreneurs who are starting a new business, they need a logo, right? So you're going to be creating content for entrepreneurs. If you're an interior designer, maybe you want to target new house owners, right? So you talk to real estate developers, real estate agents, and they connect you to people who just bought a new house. And this is just a speculation on my part. I don't know exactly how they do business there, but same thing with architecture. If you're an architect, you want to talk to, developers. If you're a coach, depending on the coaching that you provide, you want to talk to people who would need your coach. Like I had a student who was giving relationship coaching, and that includes marriages. So if he's giving relationship coaching, obviously he's not targeting single people, he's targeting married couples, right? So where do you find married couples? Well, that's not even where you find them, but at least he knows that he's targeting married couples. So the who is really your target market. Like, who are the people that you're trying to serve? Okay. The next question is what? Okay, what content would be interesting to them? And this is just a broad categorization, but focus on content that is RUV, that is, in other words, relevant, that is useful, and that is valuable. There are overlaps between these three, but you can see that, first of all, it's relevant. It's relevant. It's not for everybody in the universe. It's just relevant for the people who are in your target market. So you have to ignore everybody else, okay? You're talking only to people who are in your target market, and you're creating content that is relevant for them. And we'll get into greater detail later on, but let's continue with the questioning. The when and the where, it doesn't really matter most of the time, because your live stream should be going on 24/7. But the when and the where could be relevant in the sense that, let's say you live in Montreal, and you, from your research and your observation, you notice that people have more free time, let's say from 7, let's say 6 to 9 p.m. And so I live in Montreal, so I would be live streaming only from 6 to 9. There's no point live streaming during the day because people are working. So 6 to 9. And maybe on weekends, I could be live streaming 24/7 on weekends. Well, actually, no, not 24/7, but let's say from 8 a.m. To midnight on weekends. And so you have to determine your live streaming window, okay? Every day, 6 to 9 on weekdays, and weekends where people have more time, 8 a.m. to midnight, okay? So that's the when. There's no where, because live streaming, it can be anywhere. And so the next question could be, should you, and this is probably one of the best ways to share valuable content, should you offer a